Well, we are the team Little Dirty Fish, and I would like to start. The presentation asking a question. Like, have you ever thought on jumping into a river? Yes, no, maybe. Well, what if the river is polluted or it has garbage? Then you start to think, oh, this is safe. Am I going to be maybe with a disease? That is a problem. So now, what if I tell you that with our project, you don't need to worry about these questions? That's cool, right? Okay, let me present the plastic pinball.
Plastic pinball. Yeah, so that's how it looks. It consists of two parts, but they're actually connected together. So these are two pylons on which the net is attached, and that goes around it, and it's slowly turning, as you see. Yeah. And then there's this floater with a little boat with a rudder that basically can only turn like this way or that way. That requires very little electricity. And on the next to it, on the shore, like that. Yeah. So the float is going there. Then on the shore there is a filtering facility with a conveyor belt that takes the garbage out. So our net brings all the garbage right here, and then we get it out through this filter. But now we would like to show you how this whole thing works, like really in action. So you see here the typical Dutch river, the green banks and things like this, and then there's all this plastic floating in. As you can see, it's floating. And then it gets caught on our net. Yes, and what happens there? So it's you see, and then those arrows. So our net is spinning. So it's spinning, and getting all the plastic through the filters on, and then it can be recycled, and like beautiful objects can come out. Yeah, but you can ask like what happens because it kind of blocks the river, right? So what happens when the boat is coming? So yeah, we thought about that. So here's the boat. So we thought that's why we put the laser sensors upstream and downstream from this construction. So as soon as the boat is detected, the rudder of that little boat is turning, and just naturally by the flow of the river, the whole construction is turning and gets pushed to the bank. And then this thing's kind of shit. So the boat passes through safely. Yep, and then we can turn it back and close it again and start collecting our garbage and producing beautiful objects out of it again. So I think the system is pretty, not expensive to make and easily deployed. It requires very little electricity. It can also be integrated into existing infrastructure. It can be, for example, placed between the pylons of the bridges or right after the locks, and it can be synchronized with the work of the lock, for example. So we can just open the lock, collect all the garbage that comes with the flow, and then let the ships pass. This was our presentation. We would really be really curious to hear the feedback.
Say the name of your construction.
It is called a plastic pinball.
Pinball.
Now you know why.
Pinball.
No, pinball.
Pinball.
You know those pinball machines that are bound? Yeah.
All right. Okay. Des, you are known as the prototype destroyer, but this is not your role today.
Yes, let me catch that. I guess with heavy traffic on the rivers, you almost open it up, and then all the stuff, all the plastic that's already in your net or in your moving net will move back into the river. How are you going to solve that when it's a heavy traffic?
So the basic function of
yes, it's destroyed.
So the net.
That's laser eyes, my friends. I'm sorry.
So the net will not be static, but it will actually be circular.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be turning with the help of a motor, and then while the trash is getting gathered, it's automatically transferred to the filtering facilities. So when the whole pinball will be opening, then the trash should be already almost picked up already.
And another answer to that, so we tried to also model like a single cell of this mesh, and we envision it that as sort of like a bag that can be filled with trash, with the floating trash. So then when you open it, like big part of this trash can still stay in that bag. So that yeah. But then we have issues with emptying this bag. But yeah, that's something that we're still working on.
I have a question about security. So Bram is a sailor, and I'm very glad that you saved his life. But then there is this little toddler swimming on the riverbank, and then your flipper is hurting him. So how are you going to solve that?
How is he hurting him?
So because there, if there is a little child swimming behind, and then there is coming this big arm.
Yeah. So basically, the movement will just be the boat turning, and since the flow of the river probably swimming people won't be so strong, then it should be pretty gentle and hopefully not hurt anyone.
Also, this is a very light float, just because we had to make it look so bulky. But in reality, it was just like a line of floaters that will hopefully be harmful or harmless. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Judith. Thank you very much, you. Great idea.